in a hope for peace. We'll bring all of those to you. But we head to Europe once again, and southern France is battling its worst wildfire since 1949 for a third straight day after flames erupted on Tuesday in the village of Rebouat near the Spanish border. The blaze has burned over 16,000 hectares, destroyed dozens of homes and killed at least one person in Saint-Laurent de la Cabresi. This is what Christian Puget, prefect of Aude, has said.
Oui, c'est la bonne expression et c'est la bonne attitude. Rester sur le qui-vive, écouter les consignes qui sont données par la préfecture et au plus près par les pompiers et les gendarmes, parce que encore une fois, la bataille n'est pas encore terminée. Le feu peut repartir de manière plus importante. Donc on a encore quelques jours avant de pouvoir indiquer que le feu sera totalement éteint.
Well, to provide some context on quite how quickly this situation has developed, in just 12 hours the fire spread across 11,000 hectares, roughly the size of Paris, and has now engulfed an area 1.5 times larger. Thousands of firefighters are battling the flames, which have slowed but remain dangerous. Around 2,500 homes lost power with no confirmation of restoration. Let's once again listen in to Christian Puget.
Clair, l'ensemble de la flotte aérienne disponible était sur l'Aude. L'ensemble des colonnes de renfort qui viennent de partout en France, y compris de Corse, je l'ai dit, sont présentes. Il y a une solidarité nationale qui s'exprime de manière très claire et c'est à la fois naturel et bien évidemment nécessaire. Parcouru. Alors on est en train de pointer. Vous savez qu'il y a toujours une différence entre les hectares parcourus et les hectares brûlés. Donc on a ces éléments-là. Et puis on commence déjà à rentrer sur l'organisation du comptage de l'après, c'est-à-dire sur ces 16 000 hectares, combien de surfaces agricoles et dans la surface agricole, combien de surfaces de vignes, puisque vous savez qu'il y a eu un échange entre le Premier ministre et les viticulteurs sur ces questions-là. Donc on devrait être sur le périmètre du feu aujourd'hui. Bon, le chiffre n'est pas encore totalement calé, donc il est susceptible de bouger, mais de l'ordre de 800 à 900 hectares de vignes dans le périmètre du
President Emmanuel Macron said all national resources are mobilised. Prime Minister François Bayrou called it a catastrophe on an unprecedented scale. Meteorologists warn of rising heat in the south this weekend, with temperatures nearing 40 degrees Celsius and high wildfire risk along the Mediterranean coast. Well, joining us to discuss this situation that remains difficult and uncertain, Dr. Satoru Nagao, a fellow at the Hudson Institute, joining us live from Tokyo, Japan. Dr. Nagao, of course, harrowing scenes that we've been showing on the screen of a situation that is so large now, 1.5 times larger than the size of Paris. Just to put it into context, while the casualty numbers are low at the moment, huge impacts to so many people. A question is going to be asked now on the global stage about what can be done to try and limit these wildfires. We've seen them in LA, we've seen them in Japan, we've seen them in South Korea. This is something that seems to be becoming more common, and it almost seems like a problem that can't be solved as it spreads so quickly.
Yes, it's a possibility. It's a background reality of such kind of the fire breakout and the spreading so fast is related with climate change in the global scale. Because in this area of the France, because of the windy, because of the dry climate, fire breakout after that spread very fast pace. But at the same time, you have already mentioned many places in the world, fire is spreading in many places compared with the past more often, and it is new normal now. So that's why there is a possibility this is linked with temperature rise in the global scale, and so that's why climate change is a matter of concern. But at the same time, this climate change, if it is true, that is long-term change and a wider scale. So current national-based system is not enough to deal with. So international system is only way to deal with, but this is not enough. Just last 2 decades or 3 decades, what they have done proved it. So that's why under such kind of new common, still nation is compete with other nation, and so which nation will deal with more proper to is one of the aspects of the who will be the winner in the new age. So that's why the current international system cannot deal with this situation. If so, the nation need to deal with the new situation themselves. That is a matter of concern. And in this case, a new budget is needed, reorganization of the government system is needed, everything is needed, but who will be the winner is rely on their reform.
Yes.
Unfortunately, this is the current situation, I believe.
Yes, and Dr. Nagao, as we bring an end to this discussion, let's look at the impacts on France. 2,500 homes losing power, people, of course, having to flee in these affected areas, a mobilisation of national emergency services with as many personnel on the ground as possible. How will this impact France, not just in the short term, but also moving forward?
Of course, this is a big fire, but at the same time, still the casualty is very limited because of the France's rapid reaction. And that's why the France is dealing with this issue relatively properly. But at the same time, there is a possibility this will be one of the incidents France will face or other country will face in the as a wildfire. So that's why how to deal with wildfire, how to deal with the new scale of the national disaster is a matter of concern of each country, I think.
Dr. Nagao, as always, it is a pleasure to have you on the programme. A shame, of course, that we're talking about such a tragic incident, but we look forward to speaking to you the next time. Hopefully it's something slightly more positive. But that is all we have time for. We'll be back soon with more of the latest from